stands of historic Lamb. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about quarterback talk. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Fielded at the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Looking to throw right away. He's got a man left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. And the Packers will go with a dime look. 3rd down coming. Pass play coming here. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete over the middle. And He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 19. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it's going to be Bears football. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Here's a give up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Back to the well again. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back, 2nd down coming up. Simple dive up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears break the tie here in the 1st. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. To throw it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He finds the rookie from Ohio State. Still fighting forward. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get it down to a single point. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. Yeah, they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers tie things up at 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. It is caught left side. A lot of mass on the move here. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have second and pretty long here. Another try following the sack. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Looking for a throw here. Gets it to him on the screen. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience.
Touchdown, Green Bay! A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game at 21. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has it at the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Setting up a throw. And through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here's 2nd and 2. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Throwing off the play fake here. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Trying the right side. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's a throw. Complete out to the right. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Packers take a 2nd quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, it turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting at the 10. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up second down. Dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 46. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they bring him down around the 34. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. They'll try and throw it here. It's his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They are throwing it again. Brought in right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. From the red zone now. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down. They'll throw it again. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be third and long. He's dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Out now are the special teamers to try a Bears field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
He's stopped on the return at the 27. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Man in motion here. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That's halftime here in Green Bay. The Cheeseheads with plenty to cheer about as their Packers had the lead. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. The Cardinals playing well early as they get it to 2-1 with the victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They give it to him again. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Here come the Bears back out on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Packers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 28. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to pull this one down and run with it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. The Bears about set for their next possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Packers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. To the air now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
4th down.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll throw it. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3.
Packers 28.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Packers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. It is Kupp left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we're through 3 here. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody.
Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. From the left hash, this will be from 50. Got all of it, and this is good. And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
And suddenly a chance to take the lead re-enters the picture following that penalty. Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Hits him on the out route. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers take a fourth quarter lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Bears are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
2nd and 8. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Simple dive up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Plowing up the middle. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. We'll throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. From the right hash, 52 yards out. A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And this will remain a 4-point game.
It's one of those game management situations, Kate, that people are going to question afterwards. 4th quarter, down by that margin. Yeah, you could question whether you even should have brought the field goal team out. But now with that miss, there's going to be even more criticism.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Running it now out of the gun. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Tight end going in motion here. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers holding a 4-point lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. He'll look to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be Bears football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out now runs the Packer offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. Now to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Desperation time here on 4th. That's caught beyond the marker. So the Bears take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Bears winners as we say so long from Green Bay.